Hello everyone. Welcome to my first video. This is the first episode of Mist's Cooking Corner. I'm Mist. It's lovely to see you all for the first time. And today we're making French toast, but this time we're making wheat French toast. I know. Not a lot of people like working with wheat bread, but it's what I have right now. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to take however many slices of bread you want. I'm using 2. Sorry, bread ties. They're very annoying. Get your 2 slices of bread. Okay. Then tie up your bread. I'm not going to at the moment. I will later. Of course I will. Then, what you do for your egg wash is you take, I'm going to take 1 egg. You take 2 or 1 eggs, depending on how much you're making. Crack it all nice, like that. Ooh, whoops, forgot a whisk. So, while I grab that, a whisk. So what you do, I'm using half and half. Just take any regular creamer, not flavored mind you, and just pour it in with your egg. It helps like emulsify the egg wash. That's about 2 tablespoons. What you do now is you break the yolk and you lightly whisk it until combined. Okay. I'm gonna flip the camera around so I can show you what it looks like. Should look something a bit like this, pale yellow color. I know you can't see it that well, but I can't tip my camera right now. Oh. Okay, after you have your mixture mixed, what you do is you grab any spices. I'm pretty sure you can use pumpkin pie spice, but I'm using a mix of ground nutmeg and cinnamon for mine. Sort of measure this step with your heart. It's really whatever you want it to be at this time. Just a few sprinkles if you're not good with spice, and more if you are. I tend to handle it pretty well when it comes to dessert, so I'm not using too much, but I am using it liberally. Just remember that. That looks good. So what you do now is you take your bread. Oh no, dear. And so, what you do, you take your bread. Some people like to cut off the crust. I don't. You dip the bread lightly in your egg wash until fully coated. Not drenched, fully coated. Put it back in your plate and then do the second slice of bread. 1 egg should be enough for 2 slices. I would assume you just double it for however much more you're making. That being 2 eggs for 4 slices, and I'm actually not sure. But that's my basic calculation. Of course, really don't listen to me. I'm an amateur at cooking myself. So, if you are an expert at this, please don't judge me too hard. Though I would accept, and I really am hoping for constructive criticism. So, what you do next is you grab your butter and butter your pan. I'll be right back with that because I have to move my camera setup. Hello, and we're back. right now I'm melting butter in my pan. As you can see, I have a spatula and a knife. So you just kind of spread it around the pan. I might have used too little butter, but if you spread it around well enough, it should be enough, but I am going to get more butter just to be safe. Okay, as you can see here, baby steps and beginner mistakes. Mistakes are fine, they always happen. So while that second dollop of butter is melting, I'm going to explain something. No. You know what, it's actually melted now, so... Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to explain. So on this channel, I'm going to show you how to make beginner and expert recipes alike, because I'm a big fan of baking. I always have been, and I just want to show you how easy, simple, yet a little messy baking can be. It's an amazing experience that I think everyone should have. So now let's get back into the recipe. Once your butter is melted, you put the bread, now thoroughly egg washed, in the pan. And now you just kind of wait for it to toast on one side. Check with your spatula every few minutes. Of course, I'm a little bit of an impatient person. So, and plus my stove is on low heat right now. It has very, very high flames. So, how about we move the camera and I show you what toppings I'm going to use. Hi again, we're back at the table. So, what toppings am I going to use today? Of course, feel free to use anything, because of course, it's your preferences. But I'm using pine berries, powdered sugar, and honey for mine. I just love honey. I love putting it in my tea. Honey is just a very versatile thing. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting the little stems, leaving as much fruit as possible, and just cutting them in half. Of course, please wash your berries. These are pre-washed. I washed them earlier. Since I'm cutting these in half, I'm only going to use 3. You know, I actually might use 4. I just like cutting the berries beforehand. I like cutting the berries beforehand so I don't have to worry about it after the French toast is done, so it doesn't get cold. So now that you have your berries, just get a plate and we start cooking again. I'll see you back at the stove. Hello, and we're back at my stove. Now we're going to flip the French toast. That's looking nice. Nice and toasted. So, once you flip it, you just wait for the other side. And then once you're done toasting it on both sides, you add more butter to the pan if needed. Of course, you can use like cooking spray and any other. Of course, I'm using butter, as you know. You do the other piece, unless you're doing them at the same time. I'm personally not, but of course, it's your kitchen. It's your rules. So I'm gonna skip to our next piece of bread, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Hi, we're back with the second piece of bread. The first side is toasting, and it's going really well. I've switched to medium heat, so this might go a little faster so the other piece of bread doesn't get cold. On this channel, we hate cold food. That's not just a personal preference. It's a personal preference for a lot of people. And it's not a very satisfying thing to eat either. Unless it's meant to be cold. But not a lot of breakfast foods are, except for cereal. Almost everything else is cold. So how you flip your bread is basically what you do. Oh no, that folded. Mistakes happen. They always do. You basically, like, you make this motion with your hand. At least this is what I do. You just scoop it under and flip. This spatula is a little small, but I'm using it because it fits my hand better. I could have chopped these pieces in half. I just didn't. Really just your own personal decision. Ow. And remember, people, please do not touch your pans. It hurts a lot. Please don't. I'm not saying that any of my viewers are too weak to handle a burn. I'm just saying I don't want any of you to get hurt. I don't want anyone to get hurt. Well, they might if they serve cold French toast, but hardly the point here. And if you are fans of Harry Potter, please comment down below. What is your Harry Potter house? I'm a Hufflepuff, as you can tell. Not by my personality, by my hoodie. I might do story times on this channel. Please let me know if you'd like that. Because I know a lot of cooking channels do. But then some of those then some people like more in-depth recipes. So please have a debate in the comments, and I'll pick the most popular result. So our French toast is looking almost done. You can tell if it gets, I hate to say this word, but crusty. Not crusty as in the eggs have scrambled. I mean crusty as in that nice golden brown color you see at diners. That's what you're looking for here. But then, of course, some people like theirs burnt, which is, again, your preference. I don't. I know people do. Don't be afraid to show your true selves. It's fine. Okay, so this toast is done, and I'll meet you at the table. Hi, we're back at the table. And boy, does this look good. I don't really know how to flip my camera while doing this, but I can assure you it looks really good. I'm eating with a spoon right now. That's really good. It is a little eggy, but then of course the eggs might have scrambled. So my fault there, but all in all, perfect. And just remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and know that you are appreciated at this channel. And everyone, it's me, Mist, and I'm signing out. Bye!